It's settled then. You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring. Alright, what's up my friends? Looking at another video here on CoolStuffInc.com. Still going Lord of the Rings crazy. Of course, the Lord of the Rings set has been a lot of fun, honestly. Been drafting it on stream and playing it in Historic, playing it in Modern, and we're going to do another update on my 10 new brews. We did an update last week of my the Mono Black Colorless kind of one-ring ramp deck. This is the other really fun brew though from my brews. I wanted to give it a little bit of an update. This is I called the deck the 9 initially, so of course the 9 refers to the Nazgul, the 9 Nazgul, which look like kind of like a silly meme thing, you know, so you could have 9 copies of a card in your deck, you know. This card's actually really good though. It scales super well. It's a 2/3 death touch by itself, and the next copy you play pumps both of them because they each see each other tempting the ring, and really good collect company, and just honestly it's a good card. And the version I played in 10 New Brews was just Golgari, but I wanted to try adding white to the deck to add both Frodo Baggins and Aragorn company leader, which is obviously a little weird because they probably wouldn't hang out with the Nazgul, but you know, hey, we get to build the deck we want to build it. So both Aragorn and Frodo are big on the ring tempting. So Frodo, whenever Frodo ETBs or Legend ETBs, ring temps. Frodo's Ring Bearer must be block, which is very good with the latter stages of the ring. Also good at just like killing random X1s too, so that's kind of nice. And then Aragorn kind of augments all of your creatures with Vigilance, Death Touch, First Strike, whatever, every time you tempt a non-Aragorn creature. So that's pretty cool. Nice pickups here from White. White also gives us some nice sideboard cards here in Knight of Autumn and Juggernaut Peddler, which are both excellent sideboard cards for a company deck. Otherwise, you know, Delighted Halfling, Orcish Bowmasters, Elvish Mystic, Thoughtseize, a lot of the usual kind of black and green cards here. Faceless Agent is a great way to draw new Nazgul. This draws the most common creature type in your library, which is going to be Nazgul. And it's also a Nazgul itself, so it gets pumped by the Nazgul, which pump all your race, which is pretty cool. Company's great here, obviously, and deck's just a lot of fun. So Frodo, Aragorn, and the Nazgul. Kind of an odd combination, but let's see how it goes. Brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Oh, man. Oh, that's an ugly hand. I mean, we're on the draw. We have 2-drop, 3-drop. We should draw a green. I'm going to keep this. It's not great, but I've been drawing our 1-drops, you know. We got a lot of 1s in this deck, but... Alright, we see a Den of the Bugbear, sure. Rakdos. Right. Thanks for that. Appreciate that. Alright, play lands as I go. Double creature land. We've got Bowmaster into, I guess, Nazgul. Need to draw Forest, but play our Bowmaster. If they have their Bowmaster to kill my Bowmaster, then Bowmaster. Yeah, sure. Go, bro. Okay. Untap and draw a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Still no green yet. I think I'm just good on Bowmaster there, Bowmaster. Let's just attack. See if we can squeeze a block out of him. Seems pretty unlikely, but I suppose these Bowmaster battles are pretty important in Modern and Historic going forward. Kill your Bowmaster. Make a 2/2. Play a tap land. We're gonna kill the Bowmaster itself. Sure. Alright. Take 2. Play a tap land. There you go. Like to draw green, please. Plenty of those in the deck. Shelly. Take 1. Sure. Not a green. Just a Nazgul. I mean, a Bowmasters. Play a Nazgul. Give the ring to the Orc. I guess attacks. Can't block it, so sure. Nazgul threatens a block on Shielded. Need to draw a green for company. Alright, it's just like Karn, One Ring, Shielded stuff.
You will not threaten this world.
Thankfully, Karn doesn't really hurt us too bad. There's the One Ring. And we still don't have a green mana. That is tough. That is tough. Alright, so... Okay, so... let's fire in a Karn. Make it so they can't minus it again. They're going to keep Karn alive. And we are just going to say go. If they fire up the ring, we can Bowmaster. Actually, I just like... Could have just killed Karn without even having them do that. It might have been better, I don't know. Now they like need to ring to Bowmaster to kill Karn. I think I'll push something too. Yeah, it might have been right to just kill this, honestly, and not be trying to be tricky about it. Because if they have push here, it gets a little awkward. So I kill this. Alright, they don't. So, trigger Bowmaster again. Kill this. Now I have a 4-4. Which is actually funny, because the 4-4 is the worst size possible for this, because it can be blocked by Shielded. Draw Acquisition. That does nothing. Just need to draw Forest. Come on, Forest. Any green source. Any untapped green source. Here comes Shielded. Taking damage here is not appealing, but they have creature lands too. I can't even attack. Actually, I can't even do damage next turn. Yeah, but yeah, this is fine. Sure. All right. Untap. Come on! Why do you gotta treat me like this, huh? Why do you gotta... I'm on my television show. Why do you gotta treat me like this? All right, say go. They are currently unassailable. The One Ring plus Shielded. The One Ring. This card might just be too much, you know? Alright, we get to nug them twice and grow our army. It's not really getting ahead of Shielded, unfortunately, but... Our legendary army. Here's a Fable the Mirror Breaker. We can just find a frickin' green source here, you know? I don't ask for much. There it is! Come on, thank you. Now we're almost dead, but... we just got to jam company and just hope that it's good, right? I mean, we're trying to hit... I guess just a bunch of Nazgul, right? Nazgul blocks, well... Just do... I want information first. Just cast it first before we attack. Although it's funny, this might actually have been wrong because we don't want to ring tempt because we're taking damage off Shielded. Yeah, this is wrong. I should have attacked first. And then after the attack's done it? Okay, sure. Here's Nazgul and Faceless Agent. A lot of pumps here. I guess I can just put the ring on a creature that's not going to attack, right? That makes sense. Let's put the ring on... I guess the Bowmaster, maybe? Pump these Nazgulians up. And we get to attack with these two. I mean, it's a big attack. You know, it is 10. Is it enough? I don't know. They're about to gain like 1,000 life next turn because of Shielded, but... Take 2. Gain 2. Discard 2, draw 2, gain 4. Draw 3, gain 6. Bomb it. They're actually not going to draw. Okay. Bowmaster coming. Bowmaster first. Sure. That's bad. One ring. Draw. Man. I guess Shielded with the ring is worse than Sauron with the ring, huh? Play new copy of the ring? Yeah, we get it. This is a total failure of R&D. Obviously, this is just too good. I think we'll probably see the One Ring banned in Historic or Modern in the next year. But as far as the flavor goes, the One Ring burdening you, and then it becomes too much, so you just throw it away and get a new one with no, and it releases your entire burden. This is not very flavorful, you know. Flavor's a big deal, and that kind of sucks. All right, so we're effectively at we're at 5 now, and we just kind of can't do anything. Let's play this tapped and just say go. We can't attack them because they're protected. Yeah, the One Ring chains are just too good. should actually company in response. Yeah, I'll company in response to them attacking the ring. See if I find Bowmaster or not. Here's Reflection. Alright, so we're going to company in response to the activation of the ring. So we'll double Agent, alright. I mean, we have 1,000 Nazgul in our hand. We got that going for us, I guess, but don't think that's going to matter. We can copy the Bowmaster too. So many Nazgul. But against the power of the ring, cannot be. They should have 8 cards in their hand and 8 mana in play. I don't envy the folks at Wizards of the Coast, because you know Hasbro was like, all right, listen, we have this Lord of the Rings deal, all right, and the One Ring better be damn good. And they're like, all right, I guess, here you go. You know, so here we are. We're at 5. If we had some more life, I don't think we have a chance, honestly, but alright, so that's for that. We play a Nazgul, we have a bunch of absolutely monstrous creatures, and I just don't think it matters, unfortunately. I'll put the ring here. Like, they are huge. You know, like, huge. But it, like, just doesn't matter. Woo, boy. They're currently protecting this turn, right? They can't even take damage, yeah, so... And we just can't kill the next turn, I don't think, so... They are protected next turn, right? Yeah. So, no attacks and say go. They just find a new ring anyway. Yeah. Kinda frustrating. Alright, we're just dead. Alright, yeah, alright, let's go next game. Obviously we missed on green mana for like 4 turns that game or whatever, so we kind of needed to have that. We got to do something with the One Ring, huh? Maybe Thoughtseize it. It'd be a good idea. Let's bring in our 2 Go for the Throat so we can kill Shieldred. I think we're gonna cut the Call of the Ring and cut an Aragorn, because the combat stuff doesn't matter that much, I don't think, against that. I don't think I want the Peddlers. Oh wait, never mind, I'll leave Aragorn. I miscounted the cards. A couple by accident. There we go. I think one's fine. Alright, let's try it again. I think that, you know, if we had those companies like 2 turns earlier, we could have overcome the Shieldred probably and forced some blocks and stuff, but yeah, not getting that much time. Our hand's great. Love it. We got excellent hand here. Delighted Halfling into turn 2 Nazgul and turn 3 company, barring obviously a Thoughtseize or something like that, but always Thoughtseize. Always watching. Alright, so they have a Inquisition, not a Thoughtseize. So Nazgul's gone, company stays. We draw Thoughtseize of our own. Ship it. What do we got? They have 2 more Thoughtseizes. So I guess we're gonna lose our company. Alright, so let's take Crucius. And we'll just play a game off the top here. Let's just go this and attack for 1. And they'll Thoughtseize my company, and then we'll just play a game off the top of our library, I suppose. They have 2 kill spells, 2 Thoughtseize. They also have a Mount Doom, too. Sacrifice, Mount Doom, and a legendary artifact. Damn. Alright, yeah, that's all my spells. You got me. Company. Aragorn. Sure. Just gonna cast our spells here. Save Thoughtseize, obviously, so... Play Aragorn, attack for 2. They have a push, too? God, what a sicko. Alright. I mean, they literally have no lands, so... I think we're probably a favorite here. So they draw lands and relevant spells. There's a land. Alright. And they Doomblade the Aragorn. We draw a company. Heartless Act. Sure. Draw a Bowmasters. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Obviously not buying Jegantha's kind of a tell, but... Alright. Real low resource game here. Nug ya. That's a good exchange. We like that. Draw a... Alright, so attack again. Shipping away, folks. Jegantha's. This is Jegantha's kind of game. Both players Thoughtseize the crap out of each other, and you got nothing left. And this is Jegantha's game. They got us a Thoughtseize Jegantha here, which is fine. Just like take 2. And we untap and attack. And I want to have 6 mana if I draw a agent. I can go agent with an Nazgul. Alright, the One Ring. No Shielded yet, obviously. We draw a Nazgul. Okay. They are protected. Give the ring to the Orc. Say go. Down to 4. Also, Mount Doom is a pain land. Down to kind of effectively 2. Here's Crucius. Discarding a Slaughter game. You know how sad I'm going to be if they Slaughter games my Nazgul? Like, you can't do that to someone. That's just not cool. That's really, really not cool. Alright, I kind of want this Call the Ring back in. Now we're on the draw, though. Being able to draw cards is pretty sweet, but... Peddler, Trespasser, Fatal Push. Call the Ring over Aragorn. Aragorn's, like, pretty mopey against them, honestly. Just, like, doesn't really... The keywords don't matter that much. I guess, actually... No, never mind, doesn't do anything. If we get a Bowmasters and a Nazgul off a company, you can give this thing Death Touch, which is kind of cool, but... just leave it. This is fine. Call the Ring on the draw is scary, because, like, they can obviously just have a kind of an aggressive draw to make Shouldered worse for us, so... Don't want to Call the Ring with Shouldered in play, you know? Alright, so... Opponent mulligans instantly. You can keep this. On the draw, Thoughtseize Bowmasters. You can draw a land or 2, but, like, our hand's pretty juicy. So, we're definitely well insulated against discard spells. And there's a discard spell right there. So, will they take a spell or my Thoughtseize is the question. Probably my Thoughtseize, I would think. I mean, need to draw lands. That's part of the equation for sure. We drew a land. Sweet. Alright, cool. Alright, there you go. I mean, draw another land and we're off to the freaking races here. Double Nazgul company is fantastic, so... They play Crucius here, it's dead. Alright, they're not going to play it. I think they're going to Bowmaster my Bowmaster, but I just don't freaking care. It doesn't really matter for us that much at all, so... Just want to use our mana. Get things in play. Yeah, whatever. Totally fine. We don't really draw cards aside from the ring stuff, so I think it's fine, so... Kill that, do that. We draw another Nazgul. Alright, let's attack. Nazgul. Ring attempts, put it on the Orc. And say go, and start our Nazgul chain. We can again put the ring onto the Summoning Sick Nazgul. We're gonna fire up a Karn, huh? Karn minus for 1 ring, probably? Alright. We can attack Karn. It's cool. 1 ring. Yo, bro. I heard you like Nazgul. Another Nazgul. Now we gotta choose the Nazgul's Wing Bearer, because I'm not gonna be triggering their Bowmasters, so let's do that. And we'll go here. I can think here again, because I can't minus it again. Let's go here and here. These Nazgul ain't getting any smaller, so this is the kind of game where we're going to snowball and put a lot of pressure on them to keep ringing every turn, basically. So I think we're in pretty good shape here, honestly. Also, the ring does not protect their Karn, so they should probably minus Karn right now. They probably will, I would assume. Yep, okay.
I am proud. My grief fuels my mission.
Is there some card that, like, screws us here? Sky Sovereign? That's whatever. Alright, I mean... We're gonna Nazgul. I should company, probably. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just guaranteeing the Nazgul chain's pretty good. Can't damage them right now anyway, so... Just play this stats. There you go. Like, we have a bunch of lethal attackers. So there's a lot of pressure on them to find another ring, and this thing does nothing, basically. Here's Shieldred. Alright, cool. They draw and gain. I can kill Shieldred now. Let's draw an untapped land, please. So I can go for through and Shieldred. I mean Nazgul, I mean. Let's just draw. I want to take 2 damage here to decide if I want to cast Company or not. Who's your Bowmasters? That's pretty good, actually. So, that's good. We're going to just kill them, I guess, right? They're just dead? I think they're just dead. That was pretty good. Alright, the Nazgul overcome the Ring and Shieldred. That's what I'm talking about. That's dope. The 9 have left Minas Morgul. I freaking love Lord of the Rings. Alright, Bowmasters, Nazgul, double company, 3 lands. Couldn't ask for more. I guess you asked for a 1-drop, obviously, but this is, you know, pretty good hand here, so. Rock the Godless Shrine and say go. We got Bowmasters. Play Llanowar off, please. Play any 1 toughness creature. That's fine too, whatever, sure. So, most importantly, they can't take my best card. Rakdos, you know, basically the best deck in every format. Historic, currently under the watchful eye of Crucius, card that needs to be nerfed. I'll discuss that in my article next week, because frankly, Historic's great, one of my favorite formats, but needs to be curated a lot better. They kept a 1-lander with a bunch of discard spells. That is a brave thing to do. Here's a Nazgul. Ring Temps. We get our ring online here, and they have a 3rd Thoughtseize. I guess, like, they don't play a land, it's fine, right? But Company next turn is my big payoff. Wow. Alright. I mean, I guess triple Thoughtseize effect. They kept a 1-lander, so they have 5 spells in their hand. Oh, I'm sorry. They just want to go all the way. Okay, so quadruple discard spell. Don't know if taking my Llanowar off there is the right play, because we just get to play Nazgul here, and now I get to pump both them. So you see, I'm going to keep the ring here, and then each one sees a ring temp from the other one. So it goes to a 4/5. Now I can attack and loot, and we'll see what we draw here. We draw a Temple Garden, sure. Just gonna discard that. Play the land. So now they're already at 10, and I've got some huge creatures in play that they can't Fatal Push easily. And, Den of the Bugbear. Pretty awkward game. We'll take it, though. The Nazgul taking it down. So opponent's playing Rakdos. I'm going to have a lot of access to discard and removal spells and things of that nature. It's kind of interesting, because, like, I almost don't want to get into a Thoughtseize battle with them. So it's tempting to just take out my own Thoughtseizes. Maybe bring in some Go for the Throats and some Trespassers as ways to kind of just keep grinding out. I'm sure they have some graveyard elements with the Crocs there, things like that. Just good card against removal spells regardless. And then a few ways to kill Shieldred too. Call the Ring's pretty cool to draw cards here. Bowmasters actually isn't great against them. They don't really draw a ton of extra cards and stuff, but we honestly haven't seen much of their deck. I'm just going to stand pat, I think. Not exactly sure like what flavor of Rakdos they are, and like honestly we're not gaining a lot from our sideboard regardless, so I think this is fine. As long as we can resolve a company or get our Nazgul going, pretty cool. And we see a pretty good hand here. We have a 1/2/3 curve, and see if they have a discard spell again. They don't this time. Wow, so they left all of our discard spells in the last game, so we get to play our own Thoughtseize. Fight fire with fire here. We see Double Crucius, Bowmaster, Brotherhood's End. So let's take Brotherhood's End here. We get to go Frodo Baggins into Aragorn, Company Leader. Can't stop Crucius, so Frodo ETBs or any Legend ETBs and the Ring Temps, and then as long as the Ring Bearer must be blocked. So we're going to go land Frodo. A little flooded here. We already have 6 lands, which is far too many. For our triggers, summon the Ring, and Frodo must be blocked. They're not going to end step Bowmaster just to play it. I guess that makes sense because the Frodo would just eat them, because it's forced to be blocked if it's the Ring Bearer. Are they going to kill Frodo? Play Crucius, sure. So again, this card should have been banned 6 months. Not banned. Should have been nerfed 6 months ago. I don't know why it's still legal in its current form, but it is. So here it is. Here's Crucius. We're going to play Aragorn, and we get a Ring Tempt out of this. So whenever a ring tempts not Aragorn, we get to put a First Strike, Vigilance, or Death Touch counter or Lifelink counter on Aragorn, and whatever counter gets put here, but somewhere else too. So put this here. So what do we want to put on our Frodo Baggins, which cannot be blocked here? First Strike, Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink. It's also going to go on to Aragorn too. I guess First Strike, so Aragorn can fight through Crucius. So let's do a First Strike counter. And then, so they each have First Strike. This can't be blocked anyway. And then the loot is huge for us here because our hand is so bad. We draw another land. Awesome. So, a lot of lands. That is not a good amount of lands for us here. And Crucius didn't draw much spells. So we're probably going to go to game 3 here. Unless we draw some companies early and often here. Here's Molten Impact. Cards Busto. Kills our Aragorn. We do have a first striking, ring-bearing Frodo. And step Crucius, try to discard a land, not the Crucius actually. Go for a higher cost card. We draw another land, which is getting kind of heinous actually. And thankfully Frodo attacks. We get to loot. Draw Bowmasters. Interesting they haven't been looting in response to my Bowmasters. I'm sorry, Bowmaster in response to my loots. But sure. Alright, so we're gonna get in for 1. Now they're gonna Bowmaster? That's kind of odd, but sure. They're going to shoot Frodo. Now it must be blocked. That's part of it. That's just what Frodo does. And it's got first strike and block with both of these. It has first strike anyway, so I'm not really seeing the allure of their play here. I'm just going to Bowmaster in case they have like another Bowmaster. I can Bowmaster their Bowmaster. So they don't deal the 1 damage to Frodo. Cast our own Mystic, play a land. So let's kill their Bowmaster. And see if they have... Yeah, they have 2 Bowmasters though. I'm not sure why they wouldn't just... Yeah, so they have second Bowmaster. So good read by me. Again, I'm not sure why they didn't just play both these in response to my loot trigger. Because the loot on Frodo is mandatory. So I have no choice. Alright, so that grows this thing too. So I guess I screwed up. Right, I forgot about the amass on the orc. So we're just dead. Yeah, okay. So I punted, kind of, but whatever, it's fine. Double Bowmaster had the read, but didn't. I just forgot how the amass interacts with what we were trying to do there, so that was very bad for us. That makes sense why they want to do it like that also, because they want to be able to actually block the Frodo. The 2/2 cannot block Frodo. We're going to block Bowmaster. And, I mean, we have actual nothing, but... Alright, so it is 8-19. Crucius gives them a literal never-ending flood of good cards here. And, we draw a Thoughtseize. Not so pretty. I guessed it, I guess. I mean, they probably have a 4-drop in their hands, so... But they didn't have to, so this... Could have, like, shoulder or something like that. They have the 1 ring and go for the throat. Which... I mean, doesn't actually kill me, but basically kills me. They can just kill this attack, put me to 1. There, sure. Let me block, go to 4. They can go for their Jegantha also. They're discarding a... Discard the go for the throat to go for a better spell, sure. I mean, once again, I think we're like 0% to win here, but I guess we'll keep playing. We've drawn 7, 8 lands, 9 lands. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Molten Impact. I forgot Molten Impact was still there too. So, alright, that's fine. Go to game 3. Pretty bad draw on our part. I screwed up the Bowmaster thing too, which is fine. But anything change on our end? I guess we maybe want go for the throat. Killing Crucius is like, you know, it's not. It's so hard to stop it from getting the value immediately, and I just want all the threats I can possibly have. I have Autumn Trespasser. I'm just gonna leave it again. I think on the play, Thoughtseize is pretty nice too. So we'll trust the spell this game. I think that'd be the goal here. A few too many lands last game. Bowmasters everywhere. All right, so on the play. Hand's pretty good. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna lead on Halfling. We could lead on Thoughtseize, but I think Halfling into Frodo plus Thoughtseize is pretty sweet. I was gonna say, how about a nice tap land for us, eh? So let's go Thoughtseize. See what's up. Their hand is. They kept another 1-lander. What are you doing? What are you doing out there, friend? Like, what are we up to? I don't understand. How are you ever gonna win this game? Fatal Push. Just take the push, I guess. Just the most castable card. And then we'll just play Frodo Baggins and get our ring going. And if they draw land, we have a game. And if they don't, the game's basically already over. Like, alright, yeah, sure. PSA, folks, just don't keep one-landers. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You gotta cast your spells. You know, like, Magic cards are pretty good these days. I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, not that game, really. But it wasn't the game's fault. My opponent just wanted to keep a one-lander. I don't know. And 9 rings were gifted to the race of men, who above all else desire power. Keep. Hand's good. Blood Crypt again. Alright, sure. Elvish Mystic, do your thing. We getting Bowmastered here. At second point of toughness, a Delighted Halfling is pretty important. Blood Tithe Harvester? Sure. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna, like, jam it up here, right? Just play Frodo and play our Elvish Mystic. Could give the ring to the Mystic, but that seems unnecessary, so... Ring goes to Frodo. And Mystic, and say go. Please don't Thoughtseize me, because I really want to cast this company. Ooh. We got a little Reanimator action here. They might have a turn 3, turn 4 Reanimate. That would be pretty gross. They have a discard outlet and the reanimation thing. We can't really stop this Priest of Fellrights. So, we draw a second copy of Bowmaster we can, I suppose, but I guess I can accompany the 2 Bowmasters, right? We draw Thoughtseize. The problem is it doesn't help us because all the cards they need are already in play. They are perfectly set up to discard an Atraxa or whatever and then bring it back immediately. That's kind of hard to beat. Let's, I guess we're still casting Company. It doesn't stop us from casting Thoughtseize, so let's cast Thoughtseize. Hope they don't have Atraxa in their hand. They have 2 Atraxas and an Unburial. Alright, take it easy there, champ. Alright, well, I guess we'll put the Unburial in the graveyard. Ah, but Amy's cards in the graveyard. Honestly, it's pretty funny. Yeah, whatever, sure. Okay, so we gotta beat an Atraxa. That is a different game. Okay. I'm not gonna need Boseiju for like anything. Let's play Boseiju as a land. Question is, when do I cast this company? That's the big question. Let's just cast it now, honestly. Because we're gonna get ring tempted, then we want to be able to loot. So, ugh. That was terrible. Alright, I mean, Asian Halfling, no ring temps. We get to seek a Nazgul, which is cool, but it's gonna be a little hard to beat this Atraxa, I think. Say go. Second company would be pretty ideal. So they're gonna blood, discard Atraxa, yada yada yada. They can either Priest of Fellrights it or just Unburial it. Pretty ideal draw for them. Gonna Thoughtseize me first? Sure. Guess that means it's Priest time. Take the Nazgul. What? Wow. What a sicko. Alright, sure. Well, we're playing off the top, I guess. Here's Atraxa, and they hit Crucius, Atraxa, Fatal Push, Fable, Thoughtseize, Harvester. So, once again, we probably just can't win. Usually this card resolves, you can't win the game anymore, so they have 10 cards in their hand or whatever. They have Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, land. Draw like company. Nah, still then I don't think we can win, but alright. Not sure how we win, but let's block. We draw. I don't think Thoughtseize is going to be the way to win this fight, honestly. So we're gonna pack it up and go to the next game. Yeah, I bring a draw from our opponent. Happens, you know. So we're going to bring in our... It sucked that our Thoughtseize just, like, couldn't do anything against their draw because of how it lined up. So, bring in Trespassers. I would say that we don't want Aragorn here because I don't think that the combat counters are going to matter that much. Bowmasters... They probably have looting in their deck. We might just want these peddlers, honestly. Got the Bowmasters. Maybe they call the ring's too slow, too. So let's try this. Having a go for the throat or two to actually kill the Atraxa is, like, really not a great plan. You know, like, it just... I don't know. The Peddler exiles, too, right? That's pretty cool. Alright, Peddler. Alright, so this hand is solid if unexciting. No turn 1 play, a Peddler on 2, Razorverge Hate card on 3, and a Company on 4. They have a discard spell. Alright, sure. I mean, it's funny because I feel like the hierarchy of quality of cards in my hand is here to here, but they want to keep me off curve, so it's a little weird. All right, Agent, sure. So let's play Peddler. Peddler's going to look at their hand and is going to see we've got Unburial Rites, Fable, Priest, 3 unknowns. I think it's definitely Fable here. So try and take the way they have to discard their Boom Boom as well as find their Boom Boom. Here's land. Here's Priest of Fell Rights, sure. Another Juggernaut Peddler. Okay. Let's attack for 2. Could pedal again, honestly. I think finding a Nazgul as a frame board. Just pedal again. How about more Juggernauts? I freaking love this card. Oh, I nailed it. Nailed the Atraxa. Into exile. Take your Juggernaut and like it. And say go. Company next turn. Nice jugs you got there. Thicket. Alright, so let's attack for a bunch. Play all land and tap and just say go. I might actually draw step Company. Try hit Peddler. I kind of like that, actually. It's pretty cute. Let's play this. They have a Phyrexian Scrapyard. Pay 1, discard a card, conjure a card named Phyrexian Scrapyard into your hand. Pay 2, sacrifice the lands named Phyrexian Scrapyard, conjure a soul new Phyrexia on the battlefield. It's an interesting card. Sure. So we say go. We're going to draw step the Company, trying to hit Juggernaut Peddler. I guess they could just like discard any response anyway, but they discard Unburial Rites and get a copy of Phyrexian Scrapyard to their hand. Sure. Let them draw. Cast Company. Nazgul Halfling. Not a great company. It's, you know, not the worst, but not great. Unfortunately, our land comes in tapped, so we can't even Agent plus Nazgul next turn, because it's Nazgul every time. Scrapyard. Here's Jugs. Jugs is coming down. Blooming Marsh. Man. Fastlands. I love you, but I hate you, you know? Here's an Agent. And we draw... Oh, an Agent. That works. That's also possible. Sure. Razorverge Thicket. Just say go. Obviously, the Jugs has to attack, so you can wait a turn. Agent up a Nazgul. Nazgul will pump the Nazgul and both Agents, too. So we're going to have a 4-4, 4-5, 4-4, 4-4, and then a 4-5. Which is pretty good. Just take 5 here, I think. Can give the ring to a Peddler, probably. Gonna go for Crucius. Okay, interesting. Leading up a Colorless, which might have been in error, maybe not. Alright, so Crucius discards the other Juggernaut. Let's draw. You don't want Juggernauts? We draw a Temple Garden. Sure. Let's cast our Agent. We got 8 Nazgul and agents. All right, there's our Nazgul. So we're going to play the Nazgul. We're going to give the ring to a Peddler. And then we're going to pump all of our stuff thanks to the Nazgul pumps. Boom, boom, boom. I guess 4-5. We have 3-4-2. All right, so. And then we're going to attack with Agent, Nazgul, Peddler. And this also will allow me to loot, which is great, because we could have to use the loot here. We drop a Boseiju, which is not particularly exciting. Karn's not very happy about it either. Oh, I drew a Fatal Push? What a sicko. And a black. Wow. Gross. Alright. Sure. Can't block this thing. It is a Ring Bearer. And we deal 4. They go to 8. I guess if you want to, like... I'm going to play this. I could catch Jegantha next turn and be, like, totally brick, so... Also, I'll draw another Nazgul here. Pump the whole squad up. Here's scrap card number 3. Tap 2 and sacrifice 3 lands named Phyrexia in the scrapyard to conjure a Soul of Phyrexia onto the battlefield at sorcery speed. It's a 6/6 trample. Sure. So we just get a 6/6. Okay. Here comes Jugs. That's Faceless Agent cannot block Juggernaut because Faceless Agent is also a wall. That is hilarious. All right. We'll just take the 5. Alright, so they just got rid of a bunch of their lands too, which is pretty wild. Ambitious. We draw Thoughtseize. It's not ideal. So we actually have no Ring Bearer here either. Man. Not so good draw. So you get to Boseiju the soul, I guess. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, they're just kind of dead, right? We just kill this, attack with everything. Alright, sure, that works. Let's Thoughtseize them first and double check our work. Their hand is Atraxa and Pathway. Awkward. We just gave that for them, but I think they're just dead, right? So we Boseiju this. Attack with everything. Then you take 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks good to me. Boseiju. Juggernaut Peddler doing work that game. Alright, and then game 3 on the draw. It's tough. Yeah, I think we're just going to stand pat. Again, I don't think I want to go for the throat. I think if Atraxa resolves, it's going to be just too hard to win anyway. So. Remind you all, of course, there's a companion article to this video on CoolStuffInc.com always. I do a video article every Monday and a written article every Friday. Last Friday's article was about the upcoming Explorer anthology and what I want to see for Explorer and how to get Explorer on Arena to turn into Pioneer finally, which is just bridge this gap and get it over with, you know? And then next week I'll be discussing the Historic anthology and kind of a historic State of the Union. What I think needs to happen for Historic. This hand's bad. No 1s and no 2s. Unfortunately, we can't keep this one. So mulligan into... Alright, I guess we can't mulligan this hand, so we're going to keep... I guess we're just going to ship an agent. I mean, we could ship a land here. Maybe we should draw any land. That's fine. Let's ship a land. I think we're in big trouble here. We could probably go to 5, honestly. But, oh, there it is. Woo! They had Fatal Push for sure, but whatever. It's fine. Could have maybe just not played this, I guess, because like this... I think Fragment Reality, sure. They obviously have Rule Spell if they shock there, because there's no 1-mana card they could have otherwise. So they can just like play a tap land, put it on turn 2, try to go for a turn 3 company, but pretty hard not play your 1-drop on turn 1 because like it's not good if you don't play it on turn 1 anyway. So land go. Okay. Looks like both of us have pretty bad hands here. Land 3 Fable. Well, Fable could make for a turn 4 Atraxa. That would be pretty bad for us. Alright, Agent is definitely not at its best here. This is more of a grindy card. We draw the 4th Agent? Wow. I shouldn't have said anything, obviously. Even looks like a Nazgul. Alright, so we discard Atraxa. Crap. Alright, well, I guess we're dead. Yeah, I mean, pretty bad. Maybe we can go to 5 here, but, you know, we need Peddler, we need Trespasser, we need Thoughtseize, we need something. And not any of the things that we got, unfortunately. So Resolve Atraxa in the game is basically over. Yeah, them's the breaks. Yeah, I mean, maybe I should have gone to 5. Maybe the hand was just too bad, but pretty good draw from our opponent, obviously. Is what it is. They hit 1,000 cards, so I'm going to look. Cold against command. They actually didn't hit, like, infinite cards here. Only 4, but... Alright, let's cast Company and see what happens, I guess. Cast their draw step again. Alright, it's got to be pretty good here. Company revealing a Nazgul and a Halfling. That's not pretty good. So, not exactly the A1 hit we're looking for. Put the ring on the Halfling, because they're going to pull against command my Nazgul. Or not, sure. Flip the Saga. So they have Atraxa, Fable, Land, K command. Yeah, we're just dead in 2 turns. So here's Crucius. Yeah, I mean, pretty dead. Really detest this card. Alright, so we're gonna land. And we draw a land. And we can go like Haven into Nazgul, but I just don't think we have a way to actually win you the game here, unfortunately. Agent up a Nazgul. Shock this in, play a Nazgul. Yeah, without turn 4 Atraxa on the play, you know, maybe our Nazguls could race here, honestly. Maybe they can just cast Cold against command here, too. So, yeah, we're just super dead. But, yeah, Atraxa's pretty good. Pretty easy Cold against command on Nazgul here, I think. Just kill and discard. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Alright, yeah, I mean, tough game. I mean, maybe I can ball get a 5 there, but I don't know. It's alright. Alright, awesome. Yeah, the Nazgul are pretty freaking good. They scale up pretty wildly, as you saw in those games. They get real big real fast. Faceless Agent's pretty great. Not sure about the white or not. I mean, Frodo and Aragorn are pretty good. The Peddlers were really good in the board. They were excellent as far as sideboard card goes. And then there obviously might be some other white cards I'm not thinking of right now. But the Cords playing a bunch of Nazgul and Collect Company is pretty awesome. Pretty fun deck. Playing a lot of good new cards here, obviously in Bowmasters and Halfling, which is great. Frodo is pretty good. Pretty happy with Frodo, honestly. And that's a lot of fun. So, Lord of the Rings fan, Magic fan, both, neither. If you're neither, I don't know why you're here, I guess. But if you're either one or the other, check out the deck and give it a spin. Let me know what you think, all right? I'm Jim Davis at CoolStuffInc.com. Thanks so much. Use promo code JIM5, 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. Get a free Jim Davis Goblin Shaman token, which is awesome. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you next week, folks. Have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe, too.